G'day YouTube, just do an update video on my Ranger. Haven't really changed too much, just a few minor little things. I'll put a link in the description of the original video if you haven't seen it before, but I'll do the first thing. Before I had the XLT rims on, they were 245 70 R16. Now I've got the Wild Track rims. So they're 265 60 18. I had a bloke comment on the last video about rubbing. Basically all I did was, there's a metal bracket that goes here. When I got the tyres put on, instead of the bloke at the tyre shop just take it out and zip tie it up, the guard was also broken, so it hung down here, and then I went to fix it and they ended up snapping all the way, so I just did the old zip tie stitch method. Works great, doesn't even bother rubbing as much anymore. Used to rub in here, but that was only on like full lock, suspension compressed. Doesn't really do it anymore. It is dirty. These look really nice when they're polished up. They end up being reflective, sort of like a mirror finish, polished chrome, whatever you call it. You can just see my hand there in the reflection, but obviously they're a bit dirty. Yummy, brake dust. But anyway, so I've done that. Come around the back, got some stickers on. Tickford Racing, shout out to Nobby Underwear. Like, if you hit that like button if you're a supporter of Mighty Car Mods. You guys are awesome. Sort of inspire me to just try and do things myself without trying to spend money. In the tub, I had someone comment last video, when I made it was actually still winter. It was August. August. No, the dog does not go in here with the lid down. There's actually a warning label up here. Do not allow humans or animals to be underneath closed tonneau cover at any time. It's a warning. Now again, if you've seen the last video, you'll notice that the lights are different. I used to run along here. I had the first 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm getting 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing, still got a switch. But these are just a lot better, a lot more secure. But yeah, so the dog, she sits on there. I take the lid off. It's pretty simple. Since I moved from country town to the city, I haven't really had her on the back as much. I've just been having the lid on so I can put stuff in here and lock it. So if I do some grocery shopping or whatever, or if I go anywhere, I often throw my esky in the back. Hence the hockey strap, just throw it against that. Stops it from sliding all the way forward when they get to work, and I've got to try and climb up in there and get it. So the lid comes off. Lid comes off, and there's a plug just there for it. So I've done that. Now, the old dash cam, for those who don't know, in Australia, it's been summer, it's pretty hot. I live in New South Wales, but right next to the nation's capital. No, it is not Sydney. Some people think the capital of Australia is Sydney. No, it's not. Just have to put it out there. It is the capital of New South Wales, the state of New South Wales. Australian Capital Territory, or ACT, as it's also known. So that's the capital state. Canberra is the city. So just a little bit of a lesson for you people that don't actually know or much about Australia. Anyway, had the sun visor up while I was at work. Had 4 days in a row of 40-degree heat, and she fried the dash cam. Sort of bananaed it, sort of thing. It used to be straight. You can just see it there. Still works, still records, but it mounts onto there, and then you just drive along and it just rattles off and falls off. Now, I end up running the cable, you can just see it there. It runs up along there and down under here, and up under there. The hardwired in there. There's heaps of UHF power cable Obviously I didn't run it to the battery, I just ran it behind the cigarette lighter ports. So I'm just testing this dash cam out before I actually properly hardwire it in again. You know, I've just seen how it works. It's just a capture one. Goes in there. It's supposed to got a GPS function, but you got to download some app, some software on your computer to get it to work. I don't know. So yeah. Anyway, that's what happens. I've also got this little bad boy. Hope turn the right way first. Blue Driver. Recommend it. It uses an app. Plug it into your ABD2 port, and you can run live diagnostics of your engine while it's running. It doesn't matter what you're plugging into. Plugging my mate's ute over there. For those of you into BNS ball utes, I might get him to do a video later for you. Put up on YouTube. It's a work in progress. He got it and sort of just doing it up slowly. Time and money. Not everyone's rich, so. But anyway, I plug it into his and it come up with everything. Tells you the codes. Clears pretty much every code that come up on this thing. It's pretty good actually. Blue Driver, not too expensive, real handy to have. Saves you money, saves you having to go on the mechanic all the time. So, what else was there? So I've done that, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, so I'm just testing out the dash cam at the moment. It seems pretty good. Now, the perks of being a towie or a tow truck driver is I picked up a white one of these. I think it was a dual cab as well, still tray on the back. It was a total wreck, so I taken it to the wreckers, got there, and I said to him, I said, mate, how much for the Snorkel? And he said $100. Now these I've seen are $350 brand new. Looks reasonably good condition to me. Went to ARB, got the template, and the template is for the PJ ranges. And I normally got a badge here. You remove the badge, and then I have the indicator there. As you'll see in the last video, there's the Ranger badge at the back of the tub. My mate found it, and I just put it on there. Anyway, so it wasn't too hard to put on. Hit the Sikaflex and stuff. You start it up, you can hear it idling through the Snorkel. Sort of, I don't know if the camera will pick it up. I might try it later. So anyway, and here the guard fell off a long time ago, and the bracket fell off. I don't know how it fell off, but if you have a look in here as well, bit of rubbing from the tyre sometimes when you're turning around. You know, especially if you're doing a U-turn on the street or something, you tend to right hand down pretty hard, and suspension compressors and whatever. So from the last video at the end, if you haven't seen it already, I had the boost gauge. I'll show you where that goes too, if I can. So it comes along here, and it just goes into this pipe here. I have, if the camera flips, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to use my phone. But anyway, that's it down there. Had to do something just to get it on there. And so it's sort of like a T-piece with a close-off bung type thing, like so. Just blocked it off because the T-piece come with it and the small hose. Anyway, then I'd use the bigger hose to go on the barb fitting and put it in the cooler pipe. Now for those, if you've also got a Ranger like mine, a PK Ranger, I'm just going to give you a bit of fair warning. Have a look under your bonnet hinge on the driver's side. You'll probably notice that there's a hole right here. I found rubber bung was all loose, so I just used a heap of Sikaflex and Sikaflex the shit out of it, because it's facing downhill a little bit, and the driveway is pretty steep. Doesn't look that steep, but it's steep enough anyway that, you know, if the handbrake was to fail, she'd go into the house. But if you look into the this side, there's a bung. Ford omitted that problem, because one day I had a nasty smell in my car inside the interior here. And if we go back in here, I lifted this 3D mat up and it was real wet under here, like saturated. You could push your finger down and see the water coming out of it. Anyhow, up in there was water dripping down from up there. I don't mind the messy wiring. I am, as I said, a truck driver, not an auto electrician. Wiring is not my strong point. I can solder okay, I can just run the wires through, get things to work, but I am no professional at all. I do my best. So I encourage people to have a go and just do the best you can. You should have seen when I first started, it was horrible. Anyway, the water came down here, so I ended up pulling all the seats out, the back seat, center console, and just had it all bare, ripped the carpet up, ended up washing it so many times. I actually used a pressure cleaner, like high pressure cleaner, believe it or not. And then the rubber underlay here with that woolly stuff they use, whatever. Had to wash that because that was just reeked. It just, oh, it was horrid. So for a couple of days I just was driving along with just the driver's seat in. It felt weird, it was a lot noisier. Especially not having an armrest with the center console. So I recommend you check that hole out. And obviously put it all back in. And the smell has gone now. So, but that is just a design fault. It's just, yeah, I never knew about it. Yeah, so, but it was rather annoying actually. Yeah, as I said, so I cleaned it all out, and once it all dried and put it back in, wasn't that difficult to pull it all out. But anyway, I'll start it up and see if you can hear the snorkel. Oh, before I'll let that warm up a little bit. Again, if you've seen the last video, these switches were actually embedded in a little bit, and then this switch broke, so it rocked but didn't click. So, stupid radio, shut up. Anyway, I just put them out a bit with the switch housing thingamajig, whatever you call them. Yeah. So we're going around here. Don't know if you can hear that, but yeah, it's sort of, you can hear it rumbling a little bit. Now, I'll turn this off. Right. On top of these airboxes here, they've got some sort of like muffler piping, supposed to reduce some induction noise. I don't know, I haven't really noticed the difference. I did it after I did the Snorkel install. Pulled it off here, found a washer, it had a little tiny hole in it. Don't stress, there's actually a tapered bit in here, so the washer was on the outside of the hole and didn't even stay in there and wanted to fall off all the time. And I just Sikaflexed the shit out of it too, covered it all up, blocked it all off, maybe make it better. So yeah, I don't know if it makes any difference, but yeah, I don't know. Seems to. In case you didn't know already, got a K&N filter. It doesn't get as dirty now with the Snorkel, of course. So much better now. I cleaned it the other day and it was nowhere near as dirty than it has been getting. Again, I don't live in the country anymore, so there's less dirt roads now. I think that's about it really. So if you like this video, just hit that thumbs button, subscribe if you like, try and upload more videos. If you got any questions, feel free to ask, I'll answer them pretty quickly. I get notifications that, you know, from people wanting to know stuff or commenting on my videos. So yeah. Oh, and comment if you want to see a video of me mate Ute. I'll let him go through it with you. And if you haven't ever seen these B&S ball utes before, they are pretty cool. This is just one of many. There are so many different types. Everyone does theirs differently, and the way they set them up and stuff. It's not perfect. Again, you know, we're not rich. It takes time and money to do things, and we don't have a lot of money, and by the time we come home from work you don't really want to do much, and you still have to pay bills. So, you know, if you want to just comment if you want to see a video of that, I'll probably just get him upload one anyway. Maybe he's actually not home at the moment, he's gone out somewhere, so yeah. But it's a work in progress, as I was saying. Anyway guys, I'll talk to you next time.